Da, 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 da. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Jim. How you guys doing? How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Da, da, da. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this, but I think I got it, dude. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. 777. Much love to you. First things first, let's get the keys in the chat. Keys in the chat. Let's get the keys in the chat. Let's start there. Okay, and we have these running here. Okay, good. Let me get some cash back real quick. Sell some losers. Let's get our fam up here. Yes. 10 minutes. Focus. Lock in. Focus. Let's get those keys in the chat. Start without your data, please. Confirm and continue, please. Continue without Google data, please. No. Sorry, Microsoft Edge, not using you. Hey, not bad. That's not bad so far. Not bad so far. Not bad so far, dude. Not bad so far. How do you download Google Chrome though? Accept, yes. I wonder where in the world I am right now. It looks like I'm in somewhere foreign. It looks like he went somewhere foreign today. Chrome has sladan. Bien gamma for yes. Yeah, you didn't know I knew German, huh? Okay. He's really locked today. They didn't know I knew German. Weird functioning garden. Welcome to your AI browser. Interesting. Sorry, Edge. We outie. We outie, Edge. We outie. We had to go. I got open claw in the top left. I'm gonna have open claws everywhere on the screen 4 times. Just gonna answer the question everybody's been wondering. Get that key here. New key activated. Okay, let's go here. Let's make sure it's actually activated. Are you actually activated? Let's see. I'm not responsible for anything you do. You are. Let's get it, dude. Lock in. Okay, we're locked. We are locked in here. The app is working. Start monitoring. Get the code section. Okay. Let me get the key in the chat. If you get into the chat by the end, you get the key. The keys, the keys, the keys, the keys, the keys, the keys. Paste it in here. Okay. The keys, the keys, the keys. So how do you do this? I just don't know how to use a PC. It's been years, but we all started on the PC. You got to start on the PC. Unless you're like mega balling or something. I don't know. Nietzsche, Almeden, Congo. Can I get this in? Oh shit, that's what it was. It was right there. Don't say I missed it. English UK. I wonder what that's about. What's the difference between UK English and English American, Australian, and all that? Just let me get into that Chrome thing, please. Are they forcing sign into Chrome? Low key though, huh? Low key though. All right, let me go ahead and get into it then. Looks like enough people are here to give the key out. So let's go ahead and do that as well. 777. Why are you on a PC? Then you could have used Ubuntu desktop. That's what I'm using. Interesting. So you can have a desktop of Ubuntu. What's the difference of PC versus Ubuntu for like, yeah, this is a Windows VPS exactly. I set up a Ubuntu server on Ubuntu desktop and I've got a VPS node local. So I can put 5 or 10 VPSs on different OSs. I set up a Ubuntu server and an Ubuntu desktop. Okay. And I've got a VPS node local, so I can put 5 or 10 VPSs local on different OSs. In fact, I'm going to send you a DM on Discord later. If you check it, it might be interesting in a little proposition we could do. Oh, interesting. Interesting. The yeah, this is a VPS, but do you have anything wrong with a VPS? Windows, you got some beef with it? A Windows VPS? You got some beef with it, Jade? Or what's your thoughts here? You said Ubuntu is a better way. What type of user interface do you use that? Do you get Chrome and all that? Or I'd be curious about that. That's interesting. Because I am trying to figure out how to scale this. Windows 10 is not secure anymore. Yeah, I'm good on that, but any other reason? I'm good on all the security scares and stuff. Now I've got 2 laptops on Windows. I'm trying to figure out okay, Ubuntu's lighter weight though. Does that Yeah, so I guess what I'm trying to figure out is Mac Mini versus a VPS. And I guess Ubuntu is an option. I didn't even know you could use Ubuntu with Windows or a user interface. I thought Ubuntu was totally terminal. I use Ubuntu on all my servers. But what I'm trying to figure out is how to run OpenClaw with a browser because a lot of people are like, just rent a VPS. It's like I need more than a terminal. I know how to, you know, I know how to work with terminals. I need a browser. You can get Ubuntu live on desktop and server. That's why I set up Ubuntu on a server. So I've got a browser. Yeah, I guess I just can't comprehend that. Can't comprehend that. I need to go ahead and ask AI how to understand that. Let me just ask the questions there and maybe you can answer some of them as well. But in my comprehension is okay, Ubuntu has no user interface, has no like Windows interface, right? You can log in via remote desktop. Okay, I did that. Ubuntu desktop has a desktop interface. Hmm. And then you can download Google Chrome for it. I guess what's the point of that versus this? Is it just the security or You got Google Chrome? Nice. That's fire. I gotta just ask AI these questions because that's like what I just don't understand. I didn't know you could have a Ubuntu VPS with an interface where you can download Chrome. What? And it's easy? I literally thought this was the only way to get a user interface on a VPS is to get a Windows VPS because this is what I learned, you know? This is how I learned it. Well, you got a desktop VPS and you're doing is connecting it to via VNC, which is a graphical interface. Good job. You got to grow used to own a hosting company. Yeah. But like we got to bring it down. We got to bring it down. We got to bring it down to the Dorby level, because I'm just a Dorby when it comes to hosting. So helpful. I just sometimes I just don't even know where you're at. You're so far ahead. Just try to catch up. You'll never catch up. You're 4-5. You'll never catch up. You'll never catch up to Jane. No, no, no. Not with the hosting stuff. No way. All right, well, I'm gonna research that immediately. How about that? Just research it because I got mad questions. Still don't understand it. Got mad questions that I still don't understand. So let's go here to the Quant app because I got hella AIs right here. Got hella AI. So let's go to my brain here. So I'm trying to solve the solution of Mac Mini versus virtual private server. And to my knowledge, I thought you would have to use OpenClaw with a visual interface. I thought you had to find a Windows VPS, but it sounds like you can use a Ubuntu with a front end almost, and you can download Chrome. How do you do that? And what's the difference there? I mean, if I can use Ubuntu, I can get the VPS cost way down clearly. Because right now it's not bad. It's 27. It's probably going to be about 30 a month for the VPS with the Windows. But that it inches very close to how much a Mac Mini is going to cost in a year. You know, it's like very close. And then Mac Mini has resale value as well. So I'm just trying to figure out how to scale these open claws at the end of the day. And either I'm going to do it by buying a bunch of Mac Minis or setting up these virtual Windows machines. But it sounds like the Ubuntu is an option as well. And I've seen Ubuntu machines for much cheaper always. So I don't know if this is a cost thing that Ubuntu is better for. But Jane, my friend here, she's saying that she's using a Ubuntu with a VNC. I don't know what a VNC is. She says she uses Ubuntu desktop. That's what it's called. She says that her it costs her less than 300 and she could put multiple VPSs on a few. I wonder what a few is. She can put Windows, Linux, or Ubuntu. She says she's got a local server here now, and I've split it into a few VPSs. One's got desktop on Ubuntu on it, one's Ubuntu on it. I've got OpenClaw installed on the desktop Ubuntu. I got Chrome on there. I can connect to either Windows or desktop. I guess my question is what operating system is it? If it's Ubuntu, like then how do you use the computer? Like you got Mac OS, that's what I use, and then you got Windows. That's what I'm using on this VPS. And then she's saying some stuff about extended Windows. It's like not secure on Windows, so maybe that's another reason about using Ubuntu. I'm not putting anything unsecure on here except my API keys, but you can cook me. That's fine. She says she set up Ubuntu server and a Ubuntu desktop, and I've got a VPS node local, so I could put 5 or 10 VPSs on it. Mind you, she's like year 42 on hosting company, so she's way, way ahead of me. I'm looking for the alpha here. I'm looking for the best approach. You know my problem. I'm trying to scale to 500 different computers, and either I buy those with Mac Minis and do it that way, as it's very smooth, very, very smooth. The setup was very, very clean. Or I set up these $30 VPSs with Windows, or something about what she's saying, but I just don't understand it to be real. Just way behind. She says, because it's an older machine I've got 28 gigabytes of RAM at the moment, Ubuntu desktop, and use it via VNC, which is a graphical interface that connects from your Mac to the server. I'd go with Ubuntu desktop definitely over Windows Moon because put it this way, Windows is my main machine, and if it was better than Ubuntu, wouldn't I have installed it on the server? You use Cloudflare on that. And then I need to know what VNC is clearly. But yeah, let me go ahead and yeah, give me the whole shimmy on that, please. Thank you. You know my problem. You know what I need. I guess there's nothing to write down in my brain, but maybe an action plan after we go through this. But for now, I just need to know. I just need to know what the hell is she talking about, and is it actually better? Because it seems very technical. It seems very, very deep. Like year 40. Yeah, I'm in this game. I have no idea. I do know what Ubuntu is. I use Ubuntu, but I tend to panic when it comes to hosting talk. Cloudflare, holy helly, I never want to go there. Holy helly, I never want to go to. I never want to go to Cloudflare again. Never, ever, ever. Every time I go there, I have flashbacks to setting that stuff up. But we got to set it up, and we got it set up, and we're secure. We're secure. The API is secure because Jane's here. I did get hacked though, Jane. I did get hacked. That was my bad though. That was my bad. That was my bad. That was my bad. All right, let's see what she cooks here. Let's see if she can cook. I got too many computers running. I don't know if I could do this. Damn, I didn't think this through. No, I mean, if anybody's computer is gonna be able to handle it, it's mine. But nah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. It's gonna be a tricky one. It's gonna be a tricky one. A lot of poll on my computer today. A lot of polls. So please bear with us. As I got 4 computers running on my computer plus hella terminals and all that. So are we back? Can you guys hear me okay? Throw one in the chat if it's all good. Damn, still cooked. Okay, cool, cool. All right, so this is interesting because this is literally what I'm trying to do today is figure out a scaling plan for OpenClaw in case I do come across something that's crazy. Yesterday we changed the game, of course. So let's look into this. I want to see this approach. All right, listen, let me break everything Jane said down. Okay? Let me break it all down. Virtual network computing is basically remote desktop for Linux. You know how your Mac can share screen or Windows can use remote desktop? VNC is the same thing, but for Ubuntu or Linux. Okay. You install VNC server on the Ubuntu machine. You install a VNC viewer on your Mac, like real VNC. Okay. You connect and boom. You see the Ubuntu desktop, mouse, keyboard, and everything, just like you're sitting in front of it. It's how you use Ubuntu like a baby, baby, It's how you use Ubuntu like a normal computer remotely without VNC. Ubuntu server is just a black terminal screen with text. Damn, that's fire. Ubuntu desktop versus Ubuntu server. What's the difference? Ubuntu server has no screen, no mouse, no desktop, just a command line like SSHing into a terminal. Great for running scripts, APIs, background stuff. Ubuntu desktop looks like a regular computer, has a taskbar, file manager, and yes, you can install Chrome on it. Damn. It's a full graphical operating system. Already fire in the chat. Already. Barely even said a word and we got fire in the chat. I literally didn't even say anything. I didn't even say anything. I didn't even say anything. Jane said, boom, I got some fire in the chat for you before you even say hello. I didn't even say hello yet. There was already fire in the chat. I can't. I gotta go. I gotta go. This is too much for me. We're moving too fast. We're moving too fast. Thank you, Jane. I'll DM you later. Thank you. I appreciate you. Peace. Wait. The AI is giving you crap there, Moon? To install Chrome on Bonsai desktop, you just go to the Chrome store. Okay, so I shouldn't read this now? Oh God. I think you're kind of giving me crap. You were too far ahead. I gotta slow down. I gotta ask questions. This is bad. This is bad now. Oh, you're giving me crack. She's giving me crap and you're giving me crack. It's like you put me on an 842 level on the second edition, and boom, I gotta slow down. I gotta understand this. So is it actually trash here? Is it actually trash? Chop chop, hurry up. Moon tick tick tock. Push it be fast. I like it though. I like it because you've been at this for so long. You know the best way. So much love to you. 777. Thank you. All right. So Ubuntu desktop looks like a regular computer. Okay. So how do you install Ubuntu on desktop? It's literally a terminal command. That's it. Chrome is now installed. Okay. Why Ubuntu over Windows for this? Exactly. Yes. Cost here. No license fee. The fee is baked in. Okay. RAM here. Okay. So you can get a Ubuntu server for much cheaper. More attack surface needs antivirus. Okay. Sketch. Smaller attack surface, no antivirus needed. Security is the one. Okay. Automation friendly, yes. Yes, arguably better for scripted. Okay. Yes. Support for OpenClaw, yes. Okay, so I should just launch a Ubuntu as well. How about that? So I can do a full-on test. I could do Windows versus Ubuntu versus Mac Mini. How about that? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I'm gonna go over to Cherry servers. Matter of fact, I wonder, I'll ask this. Now, I do have a fairly weak VPS. It's just idle right now that I could use. It's a Cherry servers. It's Ubuntu for sure, but did I need to set up anything on the setup page on Cherry servers? Anything different, or is it just like a server, Ubuntu server like I always get? Okay, so I have one ready. That would be cool. So the big win, Ubuntu is dramatically cheaper and lighter on resources. That means a lot when you're scaling to 500 instances. The Windows license alone adds 10 to 15 per month. At 500 machines, that's 5,000 a month. what Jane is actually doing. This is the alpha. Jane has a physical server, a beefy machine, probably use a used Dell or HP server for under $300. Holy helly, you meant $300 period, not per month. That's what you meant. Let me scroll back up. She said she's doing it for 300. Where is that chat? Where is that chat? Okay, Moon, this server I'm using here cost me less than 300. I thought you meant per month. Jesus, dude. 300. And you could have it at the crib. Okay, I got another question for you, dude. I got another question. So she said it's less than 300. Does that mean I could have that at the crib for less than 300? And if I got something that's like newer, it might be 500. And then how many of these could I run from that? That is crazy. Different Ubuntu's, different machines, different, yeah, different open claws, all for that little? Is that real? Or, and yeah, how would I execute it? What computer do I need or server or whatever? That's kind of fire because if I'm spending 600 per Mac mini, then why not buy this Ubuntu server or whatever this is? The server thing that you can put the Ubuntu's on and have all these other machines. Be short and concise. I should have said please. That was an asshole move of me. I was rude right there. I'll make sure to be extra nice after that one. That was just mean. I just feel bad. So Jane has a physical server. She's running a hypervisor on it. Okay, let's just make a note sheet. Let's say Jane Alpha. Jane Alpha has been coming through for years. Jane Alpha. She gets her own note sheet now. Okay, so have my own server. Oh yeah, the API keys and stuff. I'll throw them in the chat right now. Have my own server. Okay. And then run hypervisor on it. Software that splits one physical machine into multiple virtual machines. Okay. To split one physical machine into multiple virtuals. Okay. Tools would be Proxmox. Okay. Okay, so her setup is one physical server and then have 28 gigabytes, then have 4 gigabytes of RAM split across OpenClaw plus Chrome plus okay, I see. So you then a Windows, whatever, you can have whatever. Okay, so this is starting to make sense. So this allows us to have Ubuntu, Windows, whatever, and split how we want. But Ubuntu is more secure. Okay, so she's basically building her own cloud locally. No monthly fees, one-time hardware costs. She said 5 to 10 VPSs per physical server, depending on RAM. Your scaling math, 500 instances. Option A, 600 each for Mac Minis. That would be $350,000 upfront. Resale value like 50%. Super clean setup, Mac OS native, and fairly safe. Physical space, 500 Mac Minis is a lot of, yeah, that's true actually. Okay, so let's keep it pushing. 30 a month for these Windows VPSs that I have right now running. Okay, 500 times 30, that's 15 racks a month. That's 180 a year. No hardware to manage, but you're bleeding money forever. Option C, Ubuntu server, 10 to 15 each. That's 6,000 a month. Is that true though? Let's see. Same as Windows, but cheaper. Okay. Jane's approach, self-hosted Proxmox servers, use server with 128 gigabytes of RAM. Each Ubuntu desktop VM needs 3 to 4 gigabytes of RAM. That's 30 VPSs per server. I think it needs more RAM though, right? Or am I tripping? I don't know. I need Jane back. Jane, you back? You back? 500 divided by 30 is 17 servers. Okay, so it's a one-time cost of 6,800 just electricity. This is the cheapest by far. So it's 6,000, 7,000 versus 72,000 versus 180,000 versus 350,000. Oh my God, dude. That is unbelievable. Imagine I do scale this to 500 machines. It's why you'll never catch up. I'm sorry. You got to lock in every day. Got to lock in every single day. Because Jane just saved, shit, I can't even do the math. $340,000. That's crazy. I said I owe her big time for that. I owe her big time for that. I owe her big. Jane just saved me $340,000. How about we start there? How about we start with thanking Jane because she saved us all $340,000 if we ever scale to 500. But regardless, fire the chat. So use server, okay. But Jane's approach requires you to know how to set up Proxmox, manage networking, handle failures, etc. She's got 42 years of hosting experience. Oh God, that's good. That's good. The realistic middle ground, start with cloud Ubuntu server. Start with cloud Ubuntu VPS instances to prove the model works, then migrate to self-hosted as you scale. Now testing, get 1 to 3 Ubuntu VPSs from wherever. Install Chrome plus OpenClaw. Connect via VNC. Scale phase. Still cloud Ubuntu VPSs. Automate the setup with a script. Big scale. The middle ground is me and you. Set up an OpenClaw hosting company and rule the world with it. Okay, okay. I like where your head's at. I like where your head's up at because you know hosting, and I don't know what I know, but I don't know how I can help, but that sounds great because I need to scale to 500 of these hosts. I don't know if you could do that. That's the thing. That's the only thing, Jane. I don't think your server can do that. Okay, okay. I've got the marketing. I got the marketing. You can chain them, and you can handle all that, or yo, FS Trent, what's up, bro? Jump into the Zoom, dog. Jump into the Zoomy, dog. Probably at work. Probably at work. 777. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, FS. Some breakfast. So you're saying we live on the opposite sides of the pond, but we're awake at the same hours. That's wild. All right, let's lock. Let's lock. Let me know. Let me know. Hit the DMs. Hit the DMs. That sounds fire. Because yeah, you're a professional at this. I'm just someone that's gonna mess it up on the way. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out for sure. For sure, figure it out. Okay, so now testing. Get 1 to 3 Ubuntu desktop VPSs. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can use that old one I set up because I think that's interesting. Because up here it was saying you only need 4 gigs. I actually think I have this server that's actually real weak. It might be 2. I'll have to check into it, but let's see if I can even use it without making any changes. Now testing. Get 1 to 3 Ubuntu desktop VPSs from Hetzner, Contabo, install Chrome, scale phase, still cloud Ubuntu VPSs, buy physical servers, install Proxmox. Okay. The VNC setup in 5 steps. What you'd actually do, rent a Ubuntu desktop VPS. Oh, you gotta get a Ubuntu desktop VPS. Make sure it says desktop, not server. Okay, so I'm cooked on that one. Let's go ahead. You don't need to change anything on Cherry server size. Your existing Ubuntu servers work fine. You just need to install desktop environment on top of it. Most VPS providers, Cherry servers included, give you Ubuntu server by default. No desktop, just terminal. But you can turn any Ubuntu server into a Ubuntu desktop with a few commands. What to run on your existing Cherry VPS SSH like you normally would. Okay, let's try that. Let's just do it, dude. Let's just do it. Okay, I forgot her name to be honest. I think it's Snow Bunny. Yeah, yeah, it's Snow Bunny. Snow Bunny. That's her name. So let's get Snow Bunny up in here. New terminal, please. Thank you. SSH, Snow Bunny. SSH, Snow Bunny. Hmm. I thought I had that. Let me go ahead and see if I can figure this out. Thought I had SSH. Thought I had a SSH for her. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I don't know where you went. Wait, you're not there either? AI. Oh. Oh, okay. I called her that. Gotta put the password in. What? The hell? Oh, for the key. What? Gotta put the password in. What you mean? I gotta put the password in. It's nobody. Grand Rising, good morning. SU dash on. Ah, see? Ah, boys and girls. Boys and girls. We got this. We are locked. Lockety locked, locked. Utter fire in the chat again already. I'm already shocked. It's crazy, crazy, crazy how quick this was today. Literally saved 300 racks. Now we got the best way in the world. We got the best way in the world, the cheapest way in the world to really do this open class stuff now because somebody in the chat is a professional at hosting. And when we got hacked, we had a professional at security. That was crazy. Everything, just amazing stuff. It's almost overwhelming. It's just like we're going so fast because of the AI plus experts around us at all times. So I don't know. Yo, so let's go ahead and say this. Okay, so I was up here. That's right. So can you tell me how much RAM is on this server? Thank you. I need 8 GB of RAM. Embarrassing. I got a 2 giger. I got a 2 giger, bro. I'm just gonna delete this DPS right now while I'm here because she's not gonna do anything for me. I had it for that website that I set up, the AI one, but I'm just gonna cook that project. I kill things all day. I always kill things. I'll launch things. I'm not scared to kill. And that's like that's an edge right there. I hope you know that. I hope you know that. I learned that so young, back when I spent the 2 racks on a course to learn how to build apps, dude. I spent 15K on the app that I built, and it was trash. That was made it very clear that your ideas are not always good, dude. And you just got to be a data dog. So I always build systems to just launch, test, 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 boom, boom, boom. Let's get it. Doesn't work, kill it. Okay, let's keep it pushing. Let's go. Don't run with the pack. Those are just words, exactly. Okay, let's see if I have another server here. I do. I do have another server. I've got the node. I'm not gonna touch that one, obviously. Can't do that. Hmm. I could use this one probably. Okay, let's go ahead and make this a little better. I have this note sheet that tracks things and I killed Snow Bunny. She's gone now. Night night. Okay, I see one that might be accessible here. See if I can rename these. Manage maybe? Edit. What is Cheerful Badger doing now is my question. Oh, by the way, if you're in the public, jump in before the end and you do get access to everything. So I've got a better organization here now. 215. I think that one's cooked. I don't see it anymore. Okay, so this one is here. I'm gonna dash 120. Okay. So this should be called Moon Dash. Moon dash. Okay, update. Okay, so prediction bots, I feel like is I need to go snoop around. I need to go snoop around a little bit, see what's up in that server. Is it just prediction bots? Let's see. Let's pause this. And they're already gone, so they can't see anything anyways. So perfect. 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 I just can't show you my SSH. Okay. So let's chill. So I'm in my prediction bots here, but I think oh, that's what I need. The ChatGPT apps and stuff. That's interesting. Deploy.sh. I guess that's another question I have for you. I guess that's another question I have for you. If I have a VPS already set up on Cherry servers, let's say it's 16 gigabytes. Okay. It's gonna work for this. If I have a bunch of other stuff that's set up on the server side of the Ubuntu, if I go ahead and launch a UX for it, like you showed me earlier, is that fine? Damn, that kills me sometimes. I let go of the thing. Oh, first meal of the day. I got you. I got you. Call it breakfast. All right, let's keep going through this because this is quite interesting. Let's say Claude dangerously skip permissions. I got 13 available. This should be fine. GM. Jane, what do you think about 4 gigabytes being too low of RAM? Or what do you think the RAM is needed to actually run OpenClaw efficiently on one of these Ubuntu's? AI was probably giving me slop here, but she was saying 4 is going to be workable, might be slow. Okay, cool. So you can add more memory pretty much. Hey, if 4 is not working, I try it with 6, then try it with 8 and figure out that perfect point so you can just keep as much as possible so you can split it up to multiple machines. I think I get it now. But if you were to actually scale this to 500 machines, what would you actually do? Would you want to do local, right? You'd buy a big ass, you'd rent out a big ass server and split it up that way. I'm assuming. Or would you try to buy a server? Yeah, how would you get to 500 machines? I just want to think like huge here because everybody's trying to fiddle around, trying to get OpenClaw going. This is the time to step on their necks, dude. It's the time to step on their necks. Sorry, gotta do it to them. I'm a trader, dude. I'm a trader. Oh my God. And that's not a double entendre. That's not a double entendre. Yes, this is real, Moondev. Here's the deal. So what I asked is, so she said it's less than 300. Does that mean I could have done it from the crib? I can do it from the crib for 300? Yes, here's the deal. What you're buying, a used enterprise server off eBay. That's it. Something like a Dell PowerEdge or HP ProLiant. These are the same machines that run data centers. Okay. Companies replace them every 3 to 5 years and dump them for cheap. Nice. Prices right now for a Dell, 64 gigs of RAM. Nico, good to see you, bro. Been a minute. How are you? Unc says four is okay for the CLI, but the performance based on what tools you run locally and produce other results. The CLI would be good for 1G. I bought a used server off eBay to test. But how do you keep 100% uptime, Jane? That's the tricky part. If you host your own thing locally, I'm doing pretty well. Yes, you're building. I know you're building, dude. I know you're building. It's good to see you back in the building. Oh my God, he's got so many double entendres today. I've got a gigabit at the house and the power is 24/7. I don't get power cuts, but if I had power cuts, then I'd get an EPS. EPS, 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 electrical power switch. The UPS would send it to you. Uninterruptible power supply. Okay. See, if I were to have a server, I lose my power every day. I lose my power every single day. That's the problem. That's one of the reasons I can't really do local. So setting up this is just not. I don't know. I trade at home and power outages are common in my part of the world, US. Okay. Samesies, samesies. How long? I just lose it. It just, I'm really, really grateful, very fortunate to have a generator. A lot of people out here don't have that. So it powers off and then powers on and then powers off and then powers on. Like switch onto the generator, lose power, switch onto the generator. Super blessed. How would you get around Polymarket geofencing with local servers? It's a good question. UPS is your savior. I don't know what that is though. So it just like switches. How would you get around Polymarket geofencing with local servers? Shit, it's a good question. Maybe not be local. Maybe be Jane, wherever Jane's. I think Jane's in the UK. So you want to buy yourself a big UPS and connect it with all your PCs. Then if what goes down, it will detect, power the PCs, and keep them powered until your generator kicks in. A UPS. Jesus, dude. Jade, you already saved me 350 racks today. Chill out. Chill out. UPS, okay. Never drop internet connection again. Are you kidding me? I lose it every day. Luckily, I haven't lost it much here on this these morning times. UPS will keep my computers up when the power flips on and off. That's amazing. HP says, "Hey, does your paid courses include videos for the basics to set up OpenClaw and agents for a dummy to get started? I saw the oversight, but for a newbie willing to grind, is it worth starting your course first or learning elsewhere the basics and then yours?" HP, definitely jump into the boot camp because I show you step by step how to automate your trading, and the first step of that is to learn how to code. So I show you how to code as a normal person, not like a super smart, super smarty. Like they went to Stanford or something. It's me. It's me. I teach you. I'm the teacher. I'll teach you how to code. It's going to make everything easier, including setting up OpenClaw. Today, I am going to set up OpenClaw 4 times. So maybe I'll make this like after the third time, I'll have some notes and I'll know how to set it up and I'll make a tutorial and I'll put that into the boot camp or something like that. I don't know. But I'm about to set it up 4 times, so I should be an expert by the end of today. But Jane just threw a baller bone at me, saying, "Hey, you could actually save infinite here. Actually, 340K. Man, maybe not 340K because I do have to pay for the servers, but a lot. So HP, I teach you how to code because I think code is the great equalizer because now I can build anything forever and I can understand kind of what Jane is saying and then implement it. So I always recommend starting at the very start. I actually sat down and put a course together, trying to teach a younger me, somebody who is just a trader with emotions. Okay, how do you stop trading with emotions? You have to automate your trading. How do you automate your trading? You first have to learn how to code. So I'll show you how to code so you can actually use this AI. And then I'll show you how to backtest, and then I'll show you how to build bots. And throughout that journey, you're going to see so many projects. You can hear from people in here that have joined the lifetime before. And yeah, I essentially would rather teach you how to fish so you could build whatever's in your mind because I'm not in your mind, whether that's algos or whatever, dude. So open claw, the people that are eating right now are us. So I'm trying to scale to 500 while everybody else is trying to figure out how to get open claw to even work. I can't keep stuff running without two of anything in different locations. It's a battery backed power supply. Okay. Electrical position, protection with battery, running in the cloud region. Generators don't main power to your telco. Ah. Shall we do a course on how to set up OpenClaw on local servers? Possibly. I mean, I added at least. Um, um, I love the idea to set up OpenClaw on local servers. Keys, please, boss. Yes, sir. Grover, how you doing, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. But yeah, learn to code and your life will never be the same. We're all using the computers for the rest of our lives and we're never going to step away from them. And at the least, you'll be able to set up a Python script to help you do your taxes or some shit like that. And that's going to just be so much easier. Excited for the grind. I'm excited for you, dude. I'm excited for you. Okay, so this is the real deal. What you're buying. Okay, you can buy pretty much old servers from companies, 200, $300. Each OpenClaw instance Ubuntu desktop needs about 4 GB. So 128 equals 30 instances. The software that makes it work, Proxmox, it's free. You install it. Okay, your physical server. Okay, you manage all of them from your Mac's browser. No monitor needed on the server. Oh, that's nice. The math that kills Mac Minis. 30 open claws via Mac Minis, 18 racks. 30 open claws for a one use server is 350. Get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. That's a 98% cost reduction. Every single day you lock in here, we get a 98% cost reduction in something. That is insane. I'm out of here, bro. Don't let the AI fool you. Proxmox isn't as easy to set up as inserting a USB. I mean, that will get you running, but it won't get you set up. So my question is this. All right, so instead of buying a server, theoretically, couldn't I just rent a big ass server from Cherry servers and do the Proxmox stuff on that? Because yeah, I see the cost savings on buying your own server, but I'm willing to pay up a little bit. Obviously, I was about to buy fucking 500 Mac Minis, but I'm looking for the quickest path here. Quickest, most cost effective, of course. I just want you to compare that versus like buying 10 servers. Remember, the goal is 500. The goal is 500. And it seems like you'd have to chain a bunch of these servers together that you buy off eBay, right? And that's how you get the most optimal pricing. But what's the next step? Like, hey, maybe we keep it cloud and you can split them up on a big ass cloud server. On I use Cherry servers, so yeah, be short and concise. Thank you. I got so many questions, dude. I have so many questions. Okay, so 30 open clause here would be $350. Same result. And this is not including the cost for the AI, just FYI. Art is back. Art is back. Art is back. Art is back. Everybody, Art is back. Art and Jane, we are lethal today. We are lethal. Art, what's up, bro? We all wanted to thank you very much for putting us on Mini Max. That was fire. Of course, you're ahead of us. We're just trying to catch up. We're just trying to keep up with you, Art. Thank you. We got Mini Max going, and it's fire, dude. So 777. Thank you. We did that yesterday and we had a 98% cost reduction. And then Jane came in here and gave us another 98% cost reduction. I guess you can use 30 open clause on one used server. Buy a Dell Power Edge HP DL. Okay. Plug it in at the crib. Needs Ethernet power. It's loud though. Sounds like a jet. Jesus. Install Proxmox. Open Proxmox Dash from your Mac's browser. Create 30 Ubuntu desktop VMs. Click, click, click. Install Chrome plus OpenClaw on each one of them. On each one of them. The catch, they're loud. These servers have industrial fans. Closet, garage, or separate rooms recommended power. It draws 30 to 50 a month. Learning curve. ProMax isn't hard, but it's new to you. No redundancy. Server dies. All 30 instances go down. Mac minis are independent. But at 350 versus 18 racks, that learning curve pays for itself pretty quick. Want me to add this to your priorities mode? Nah, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, so let's see here. I guess another question is about this. Yeah, that's totally fine. Installing a desktop environment on your existing Cherry servers won't VPS won't mess anything up. Why it's fine. The desktop. Okay, we're good to go on pushing start on that. Perfect. Scroll down, scroll down. Just make sure this doesn't affect anything else on our VPS. So here's the real math. 500 open clause, we need 2,000 gigabytes of RAM. I think we need 4,000, but whatever. Why do I think that? I have no backing of that. I have no reason to think that. I just couldn't imagine working on a 4 gigabyte computer. And if I can, I've got this HP right here. I might cook on that too. I don't know. I might fire that HP up and have open claw and claw through the 4 gigabyte HP. I don't know. I'm gonna test everything. I'm gonna figure out the best way. I just want to think way bigger than everybody else. Because if I think way bigger, I'm gonna find things other people can't even think about finding. We didn't have AI 2 years ago. We didn't have OpenClaw a month ago. People are still trying to figure out how to apply OpenClaw to something effective. I have effective use cases already. I got the 98% down. Nobody's thinking about launching 500 open claws. I want to think about that. Because if I think about that, you guys have to see all that. And okay, I'm sitting over here trying to figure out my open claw. Moon's over here trying to figure out how to run 500 of them. So I hope that levels the whole team up. And we got Jane in here dropping sauce, Art in here dropping sauce every day. This is crazy. Each instance needs about 4 GB. Option A, get a Cherry server's dedicated rent. Their biggest base configs top out at 64 GB. You can upgrade RAM, but let's use what's listed. You could get an E5, 64 GB of RAM. Servers needed. We need 34 of those. So that's 4,600 a month. 4,600 a month. And let's just have her do all the math for here. Or the Epic here, 64 GB RAM. That's 6,300 a month. Yearly is 24 to 55. Let's see what they actually charge. Well, let's do this first. Option B, buy eBay servers plus Proxmax, 6,000 one-time cost. Wait, why is this so much better? Is it really that big of a ARB? Jesus, dude. Okay, I understand local now. Monthly just electricity. Okay, this is where my brain's at. Yeah, but okay, this is fire. If I do go local side, can these also be used as things to host local models on, like local AIs? Because there's a few that we could run on 256 GB, I believe. Be sure a good size. Or would that overlap? Would it? It would probably cook the RAM. Yeah, you probably can't do both, huh? Yeah, that makes sense. You got your PRs merged, dude. Congrats, dude. You're part of OpenAI now. You're an OpenAI guy. That is fire. Actually cooking. We have a contributor to OpenCloud that just got acquired by OpenAI. Thank you, Art, bro. Push and pull, dude. You want GPUs for the AI, not CPU? Okay, yeah. See, I don't know. I'm just learning. I mean, you could put some big ass GPU cards in it. When did they actually buy them? I don't know if they bought them, but I think they did an acquihire at least for 10 billion. A 10 billion acquihire? No, I think they bought them yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I watched that same interview probably where they were talking about like if he's their Meta or OpenAI was gonna buy him yesterday. OpenAI did. Okay, so it's 4,600 a month, or option B is just get your own servers. You just need 9 of them, 7 of them. Do it like you love it.
That's great. And if you can do that, you can be successful. Well, you normally are.
Cherry year 1, year 2, year 3. eBay servers own year 1, year 2, year 3. Damn. If you're gonna pay 5.5K for 9 servers, Moon, give me a shout. 5.5K. Oh, one of these? I assume you can get them for much cheaper on eBay. I've created my MoonDev account. Nice. What would you recommend starting leverage? No leverage. Max margin, 2%. Daily max loss, 2%. One leverage, 2%, 2%, but I'm not a financial advisor, and I just don't think you should use leverage if you're asked that question. I don't think anybody should use leverage. So I just want to be clear. It's not about you being new or anything like that. It's just leverage is a it's a drug and stay away from it. Unless your back test shows that it can actually take that drawdown. So cherry rent, okay. I wonder why this goes. Oh, electricity. Okay. Year one, year two, year three. Mac Mini's 300 racks. Ah, ah, ah. That's so good, dude. Open clause, open source forever. Quickest path is the Cherry servers dedicated. You already know them. Rent 2 to 3 big servers, install Proxmox, spin up the running in a day. Okay. Wait, but to be honest, you can. Let's see. To be honest, it seems like the better play is to just get independent VPSs, not a dedicated on Cherry servers. If you go ahead and search that actual pricing, it seems like multiple independent VPSs would be better than one dedicated. If you think about it as the fact that I think you actually need 8 GB minimum to run a good computer. You get 3 more years out of a server. I mean, I see what you're saying. That's like it's a very appealing. It's a big, big ARP. Why wouldn't you just get your own server? One failure over that long. Wow. And it was a power supply in my hosting. That is awesome. One and you bought it for $300. Yeah, why is this saying it's so expensive right now? That's crazy because you were just saying it was 300 and she showed that earlier for 300. Oh, because it's 15. It's 15 of them. That's right. Oh, it's 34 of them. It's 34 of them. 34 servers for 34 times like 300 each. Nah, that's not it either, dude. I don't know. Servers needed. I think, oh, this is the monthly cost of the electricity, maybe? Their biggest base configs at 150. Oh, this is option A. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. This is option B here. 17 servers, one-time cost of 6,000. So this was 9 servers, 5,400. So that's the 5,400 number you're talking about, I think. So for 9 servers, let's see what is that. 500. 600. This is for 17 servers. So this $350 for the Dell. What you've got to think about as well as backup. Yeah, I'm not trying to think about all that, honestly. So if you got a good deal for me, Jade, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. I hate hosting. I hate it with a passion. So if you could just drop me IP addresses with a login, I'm all over that. I'm all over that. And I'm sure a bunch of people here would be all over that. How can scale 1000 open clause works on VPS for QuantLab? I don't quite understand that. One 256 gigabyte server split. So I don't want to do this local stuff. I think local's whack. You're right, Moondev. Here's the real numbers. So cloud VPS 1 gigabyte. Okay, we need a 6 gigabyte, I'd say minimum monthly. Tight, but maybe. Yes, comfortable here, 12. So 22 a month. 22 a month. 500 open clause here, 22 a month each. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can eat off that. What if I even tried? I might even try the 6 because if Jane's doing 4, 6 might be the play because that's 10. 500 open clause VPS versus dedicated. Approach 500. Be cost here. Monthly cost VPS versus dedicated. 500 arms. Okay, 6 gigs. Okay, this is the one I want to look at first. Yes. Cost would be 5,000 a month or 63,000 a year. And if it's the other one, so I got to get it. I got to get it down to here. I got to get it down to here because 11,000 versus 5,000 a month is crazy. I've got 2 servers running at the moment or 2 VPSs running on the server. I allocated 4 gigs, Linux ones. They use 3.57 between them at the moment. Okay, okay. You can get your job scheduled across smaller instances running on a bare metal. So if Jane's successfully using 4 gigabytes, that means a 6 gigabyte should do. So if a 6 gigabyte should do, that's $10 a month. Is that true though? Is that true? True? Is that actually the price, dude? I don't know. I don't know. Let's go figure that out. I got 4 computers here. But last time I launched them, I got smoked. So I'm gonna take them down. I'm not gonna take them down, but I'm just not gonna run them right now. Okay, let's go here and let's go to Cherry servers. Let's just go there. I'm just gonna go in my account right now and see what the actual price is. New instance. Okay, so here I go. See my Cherry servers here. I got €1. I got €1. Okay, so I would do a cloud shared. Maybe not a share. Let's see here. What's this one? This is €13 a month. She does 4 gigabytes though. I'm not gonna go too low now. I wish this could be in US dollar. I don't know what euros are. Where are euros used? I'm just it was a joke. It was a joke. I was just joking. I just wanted to see if anybody would bite on that joke. I wanted to see if anybody would drop off, be like, fucking Americans. Oh gosh. I wanted to see if anybody would leave the Zoom. Doesn't even know what a fucking euro is. I don't know how much it's worth. It's like $1 something. A little higher. 110, 20. Why aren't they charging in USD? I don't know. I have no clue. All right, so this one here is 6 gigabytes. Is this gonna cook? So I got dedicated here. €8. I think that's $10, right? Is this gonna be good? 6 GB, not configurable. Ubuntu. It's €9. Let's go ahead and just ask her. Hey, so do you think this one will work? It's €9 actually. I know it says 765. What is €9, by the way? Can you go ahead and just let me know if this will work, and then if I can put the desktop thing on it with the Ubuntu, and if so, how much is €9? And then do the math there. Lithuania, yeah. I think CherryServe is a Lithuanian company, but I think they're all the same, right? Like all these companies are pretty like commodities. Yes, but it'll be tight. 6 GB of RAM is doable, but not luxurious, but functional. One thing it says ARM. That means Chrome works. ARM version exists. OpenClaw. You need to verify it runs on ARM. Mm. So maybe not this. It runs on ARM. Okay, it's verified, dude. Thank you. Desktop ENV equals more RAM. It's telling you to set up Genome, but the thing is, if you set up a Ubuntu desktop, then desktop's already taken care of. Ubuntu. How do you do that? Somebody said that this sets up the desktop for you. How do you do that on Cherry servers? It's been confirmed that ARM works for OpenClaw. So is this chill? No, not true, my nig. I said chill. As the image, I think I was able to before Ubuntu right here. Ubuntu. Yeah, Moondev. Boontech took Ubuntu desktop. That's just the GUI version. On Cherry servers, most VPS providers only offer Ubuntu server in their OS dropdown when you provision it, no desktop pre-installed. But it doesn't matter. Once ARM VDS is live, SSH into it. Okay. 5 minutes, that's it. Okay. I think that's the hardest thing for me is to wait the alpha in the chat, right? Like going down one way off the alpha and then like saying boom, but this is better. It's like how do I weight that comment versus how it's better to go off a Ubuntu server, you know? Like the feel like the real key was the Ubuntu server and then everything, not everything, but like it's just hard. It's hard to figure out. It's hard to figure out like what rabbit holes do I follow versus what I don't. Fire in the chat, fire in that. There's fire in the chat. Just gotta. That's not. It's not. I'm not. That's a great place to be. That's a great place to be. to to have to figure out what fire is super fire and what fire is just fire. So with fire all around me, and I actually just put my smoke detectors back up. You know, it had been a minute. They don't sell those batteries down here. Very, very much so. The batteries that there's a whole shipping thing with batteries and airplanes, and I can't order them off. Yada yada yada. But there's a lot of fire around me, and don't worry, we are protected. We are protected. We got the fire detectors, so let's keep pushing. VNC is a security nightmare. Are you using local models? By the way, it's going to be the Memory Hog VNC. Interesting. But you can install XFCE and swap it to the GDM. No GNOME by default. Interesting. If I start setting up an OpenClaw hosting company, then of course I'll be using cloud servers, not local. But I'm setting it up local so I can play myself and get used to it properly. Okay, I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying that you were gonna do it all local. Because to scale this, I can't see somebody doing this local. I can't see that vision. Be too loud. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about AI. You're talking local AI. You would set up the cloud part local though. Okay, sorry. I'm jumping in somebody else's conversation. Okay, so this is fine. It's easy. I think the question is, can we run it on this Ubuntu $9